go shops and from shop to your homes and you return back in such a way that this is the character that can be shown by the non-living things, the living things. So the non-living and non-living things can be differentiated by these three basic characters, by having, by growing, and by moving from one place to another place, and also by reproducing or by giving of a birth or a baby or a child. This is the main character of living objects. Examples. Students, can you give the example for living objects? Or can you give the example for living materials? Good. Example, plants. Even though plants do not move or do not move from one place to place, but they can excrete, they can grow, and even they can reproduce. So this is the character of living things. Plants and animals. Like fish, reptiles, human, etc. These all are example of living things. Students, I hope you understand and you differentiate the difference between living and non-living objects. Generally, the environment is the sum total of these all living things and non-living things. In our environments, different living things and non-living things are found. So environment, understand students, environment is the entire congregation or the entire together, or contains the constituent of all living and non-living in our surroundings. Students, let's we turn to another topics, that is location. Students, what is location? Why it is needed to locate a given object? What is location? First, location is, students, location is identification of a given place. Identification of a place. So there are the location of an object, location of an object can be described by using words like left, right, and front and back. Students, you can locate a given object by using of these four type of descriptions. The first one, you can locate by the word left, the word right, the word front, and the word back. For examples, students, For example, students, Abebe is sitting in front of me. In front of me. You see, students, this is the way by which we locate a given object, or the way by which we describe a given object. So, Abebe is sitting in front of me. The second one is, for example, Tolosa stand at the back of the car. At the back of the car. At the back of the car. This is the way by which we locate a given object. A given object. A given object. Students, let us ask you one question that you will give your answer for your parents. Are you ready? Shall I ask you? Okay. To what direction in your home the TV is found? Students, let you try these answers by using the 4 words of description of a given locations. To what direction in your home the TV is found? Now, parents, help them to give these answers. Students, I hope you have got the answers. You can say to the right one. You can also say if the TV is found to the right one, the TV is found to the right. If the TV is found at the back, the TV is found at the back. Good. Let me see the 4 main directions. 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 The 4 main directions are the 4 main direction are the first one is north. Students, this is the main from the 4 directions, the 4 main directions. This is the first one. The second one is south. The third one is west. The fourth one is east. By using these main 4 directions, you can locate a given object even to the distance one. When we draw the figure of the 4 main directions, when we draw the four main direction, students, I will going to draw these 4 main directions by circle ways. Students, look at these circles. This is the circles. This is the central point. From the central point to this direction, it is called the west. That can be spelled by W. And to the right direction, it is spelled by E, or that can be east. I mean that's east. And this is called north, and this is called south. So west is found in front of you. It is found at your back. found at your back. The west is found at your backs, and the east is found at your front. At your front. Students, this is the main four directions. The main four directions, which is used for locating of a given object, even to the distance or to the far areas. So you can use to show a directions by using these main four directions: west, east, north, and south. These are the four main directions. The four main directions. By using these four main directions, you can locate a given object. Thank you very much, students. I hope and I believe that you follow me attentively. Then now we are going to summarize what we have been dealing today. Now, just we said that from the very beginning we start unit 4 from the locality, and also we have seen about the environments. We say that what we mean by environments. Environment is a sum total of all living and non-living which is found in our environment. And we also differentiate living and non-living things, and also we characterize what are the character of living objects, and we said what are the character of non-living objects. Let me summarize one. Students, let me summarize one, students. The first one is, what is environment? What is environment? And under environment, we see environment is, we say that environment is the sum total of all living and non-living objects. And also we have seen about living things and non-living things. Non-living things. Non-living things. Said non-living things are things which cannot show or which cannot describe food taking, motility. They cannot able to move from one place to place. They cannot take food. They cannot breathe. They cannot drink waters. This is the character of non-living things. Unlike of that, we say that living things can move from one place to another places. Living things reproduce. Living things grow. Living things move from place to place, place to places. This is the difference between non-living and living objects. We have also been seen about the direction, what the location, what do we mean by location. We said about location is, it is the identification of a places, identification of a places. Location is identification of places, identification of places, identification of places. And there are, we can identify a given objects by using the four directions, the four parts. The first one is by saying to the left one, to the right one, to the back, and to the front one. You can locate a given object by using of these methods, And also we have seen the four main directions. The first one is north, the second one is south, the third one is west and east. By using these four main directions, you can locate a given object, Do you have any question, students? If you have any question, please ask your parents. And you can show or you can see the video by returning back. If you have any questions, please welcome. Just by the coming period, we're going to start from these topics. Until that, bye. Thank you.